Hello.
Hi, everyone. It's been a minute.
It's been more than a minute. It's been months. We apologize, but we've been really busy. Same as you. Busy.
We have been busy. So now a new introduction of ourselves.
Exactly. Dr. Diane.
Reverend Dr.
Diane.
And Reverend Dr. Judy.
That's right. We're so excited. We've worked so hard at this, and we'll get into that in a minute. Let's go ahead and do a blessing, because I want to make sure that we're really opening the circle well for everybody. So here we go. Close your eyes in just a minute. Ooh, we got lots of flames, lots of smoke. Heavenly Father, Great Spirit, we come before you upon this day, lifting each of your beautiful, precious children into your arms. We call upon the archangels. We call upon the masters and the teachers, benevolent beings of the highest and purest. Open our hearts and our minds and our souls to clarity, to guidance, and to your healing grace. We ask this in your precious name. Amen and aho. Woo! They're in the house, girl. They're in the house.
Oh, they weren't here before, they are now. And you guys are here. I'm so excited.
We are so excited
to be doing this again. Judy and I have been saying we need to get back to our Spirit Talk. So welcome to Spirit Talk with Judy and Diane.
That's right. And we never really know exactly what we're going to do during our session, but Spirit has definitely been guiding us to make sure to get back. But I do want to go ahead and take a minute to talk about the educational piece, because this is a big deal.
Yes.
So first of all, yes, we did just finish our doctorate degrees. And so, yes, we are certified doctors from Delphi.
Doctor of Metaphysics
and Healing. And ordained ministers. I moved my ordination over to the Church of Wisdom. And Diane has received her first ordination, so it's very exciting. Yes. And again, this is when you go on the journey of education, it's always about for self.
Yes,
and it's we always go on the opportunity to be able to learn and to enhance ourselves, but it's about what do I really need in me for that best of me. And the thing that was so beautiful about this particular journey was it was a culmination. Both of us truly stepping out and accomplishing what we have so desired. I mean, I've been certified in I don't know how many different things. I mean, certifiable, I think, is probably a better thought.
We received a lot of certificates. I mean, Judy's had a lot more education than I have, I can say. She's taken many more courses than I have. But during this metaphysical journey for the past 2.5, 3 years, together, taking these courses
4 years,
and
5 years,
learning.
Five for me. You were 4.
Yeah. It's amazing, and the things we've learned, just unbelievable. And I can't really wait to share it with everyone.
I know. What was really nice about this was this last piece. Couple of weeks of training was really a culmination of how to put together everything that we've been learning for the last many years into a new program. But the part that's so exciting about it is that you can really only teach up to 4 people, and it takes at least 3 months of real dedication to go through the process. So this is not something that's going to be open and available for everybody. This will be a hand-picked select few will have the opportunity to really impart our world life wisdom to continue on. So it's super exciting.
It is exciting. And both Judy and I are offering those classes, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's definitely exciting. So many more doors have been opening for me as I've been studying this course and learning more about myself and who I am and where I want to go with my life plans, right?
Life plans, because what we do is we open, we blossom, we exude that beautiful love energy, which then we end up in turn attracting it back into our life in that abundance, in that resonance, in that in those opportunities. So I'm super excited. I got a super cool, we got mosquitoes in the house. I have a super cool opportunity that I'm going to be doing in January. Well, the very end of this year, I'm going to spend the new year out on top of the Hopi Reservation.
I know, so cool. Isn't that cool?
Yes, and then I'm going to go to the channel panel that's happening in Sedona, Arizona, the first weekend in January. And so I will be there the 3rd to the 5th. And that's working with world-renowned channelers. And so all kinds of galactic information is coming in. And I think that really coordinates with my last trip to Mount Shasta. Wish that happened since we haven't been here either.
I know. Lots of things have been happening. We've been doing a lot of things. That's why we've been
straight out, and we're not alone. Everybody is really doing all kinds of different information and different travels, and certainly the country has gone through a lot of different transition at this point in time, and it's not done. I think
it is not done. It is not done, but I think some people are going to be very surprised. I'm just saying. There's some surprises.
There definitely are some surprises that are gonna unfold. I want everybody to remember though that they really have us. We are divinely held, and this is a period in time that is happening in history, which is never been seen before, but it very closely emulates timelines and also different happenings during the astrological timeline, which is the same as what it was when America actually broke off and became America. So
this is very true.
It's some profound energies of transformation are really coming into play.
Oh yeah. And a lot of people that I talk to now, and we've talked about this too, about the different ways that we are connecting now and how our consciousness is expanding and connected to other different beings that are coming in to work with us. I met someone over the weekend who was from Palladium, is that what I said?
Palladium.
Yeah, Palladium.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm thinking of this and it's that, but it's the first. You know why? Because it's the first time I really got that connected to them. So I have had visions of Palladians before, but not knowing who and what they were. So recently, I have been meeting more and more people that work with the Palladians.
They have that galactic connection.
Yes.
They're holding that starseed information in their bodies.
Yeah, so for me, I'm always connected to the angelic realm. So I'm always working within that realm. So and I'm not working with them as of yet, but I'm becoming more aware of them and what their purpose is and how they help us. And we talked about this before, where the galactic beings, I'm going to say it that way, galactic beings, many different types of them out there, are really working with our universe right now and our Earth, and to get, so I kind of feel like they're getting hold of us to hold and support us, along with the angelic realm, who's also more in the 3D.
Oh, 100%.
More in the 3D, working with us to get us ready for the shift that we're in which we are in the shift already.
Yes.
But, coming to the more awareness. So everyone seems to be more aware or consciously becoming awake more than they were before.
And it's more than just awareness, because first of all, yes, they're getting the awareness, but then they're recognizing that they really have access to.
Yes.
And I think that's the key behind it, because it's one thing to know that there's something out there, but then it's like, oh, but wait a minute, I can go to that. I can feel that. I can sense it. I can see it. I can follow that light trail to that other information source and or to get a different answer for myself, because I know how to go there to get that or to feel it and to be able to recognize what that vibration of answer is coming in a different format, because it's about us being able to translate that information. As well, because we're communicating differently, but because we're moving into this consciousness that is part of this massive collectiveness, then we have a greater access for our own individuality and for everybody else that's around us as well.
It's true. It's very true. And it's coming in
powerful. It is so powerful, which is the part that's so exciting about where we are. Because as much as people are like, oh my God, we're falling apart, we're going to blow up. And it's like, well, maybe part of it is going to blow up. Part of it is going to blow up because we are bursting through into a better connection for ourselves to understand how to independently without having to rely on everybody else, and really being able to exercise that and learn to trust it. Oh my gosh, the trust is really going to be a big deal.
It is a big deal. And a lot of people are really becoming, they're finding each other.
Oh,
the light workers are finding each other. They are real. Tribes are really getting bigger. You know, I say tribes because we all come together as groups. Groups are getting bigger. People are becoming more aware. And you'll hear it in the conversations also. Conversations are so different. It's a more spiritual awakening for a lot of people, even for the younger generation.
Oh, 1000%.
Because I have been getting a lot of calls about their children, people. And you know what I find so beautiful is that parents are more open to their child being that sensitive or, having these different abilities and really nurturing them rather than, medicating them.
Right, and pushing it away, and pushing it away and saying it doesn't exist. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dovetail that a little bit, because a lot of these parents have decided to really go into the homeschooling.
Yes.
And that is something that is really growing, as well as the charter schools. And because it allows the child the individuality to grow as the child is being guided to, without having so much of the external influence and the emotional challenges that can be completely overwhelming. And so, it's very exciting to see the differences and to see the, I just can't say, it's just blossoming is what I just can't, getting that essence of
and
blossoming.
That's true. And so what I'm feeling is a lot of them going into the elementals. So they're working more with the earth energies and the water energies, and working, I see them with the crystals, or really needing to be with the earth energy, the plants, the beach, really keeping that grounding for themselves.
Running around barefoot all the time.
Yes, and they're doing it without being guided. I mean, only guided by their spirit guides and angels and whatnot, but without influence of others.
Yeah,
they
just naturally are walking in.
It's a natural thing for them, and they're moving right into that space of, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And not in that way we were told I wasn't really told that I had to grow up feeling that I needed to hide what my abilities, but
you figured it out really quick when you got into school.
You don't need to, which is wonderful. Which is wonderful.
It depends on where you are. I think it does still depend on where you are.
I think so. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But there's more people willing to listen. Mm-hmm. There's more people who are willing to be aware. There are many counselors now who are actually calling us.
Yeah, that happened with me.
Yeah, and saying, I think this child is actually spiritually, sensitive, and I think you need to expand that. And it's pretty exciting to see the differences and the changes that are coming to be.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So if you're out there feeling like that and you need to talk to someone, of course, reach out to us.
Yes.
We would love to hear from you. Absolutely, all the time.
Absolutely, and we're working. And this next Saturday, we're both going to be in Casadega at Gala Days.
Yes, but I won't be reading. I'm going to be vending.
She, again,
I say I'm not reading.
Dr. Diane used to own a store in New York, and she brought back half the store to Florida, and so it's time for her beautiful energy pieces to find home for holidays. So if anybody wants to come shopping, they can come shopping. I will be in my pink tent doing readings.
I have a lot of interesting things. Really, I was going through it. I was like, wow, I got a lot of stuff.
It's a wonderful thing. Yeah,
things you don't get that easily. Even my crystals, which it's a hard thing to let go of them, but I have bins of them, some beautiful pieces. But I'm gonna let some find some new homes, because I felt like it was cheating them. by keeping them, keeping them all to myself, and I have them in containers, and I have them in clear containers, by the way, this way they can get light. I will let you know that. I have many crystals, but they are in clear containers so that they can receive light. They are not boxed away somewhere.
That's right. Tidbit of information.
Yes.
Your crystals breathe, and they have a consciousness, and they need light. They
exactly.
need that light
so
energy.
If you have some in boxes that are in or in drawers or wherever, take them out every now and then, give them some light and some fluff. They like to be refreshed.
They like to be clean.
Yes, clean.
They like to
Crystals
be clean.
don't like to be dusty. I'm sorry. I had a reading one time. If you hear me and you know me and it was you, I love you. But I'm sharing the story because during the reading, I could hear her crystals saying, "Let me out, dust me off." So I told her, "Where are your crystals? They really need to go into the light." So I had her move her crystals to the windows and to dust them off. Crystals are amazing, and I love working with their energy. And
oh yeah, amazing.
They give us lots of information. It's like the crystal skull. So look at that. Let's look at. Now Judy had a beautiful experience with the crystal skull, and I did get experience also, even though I wasn't with her. So remote. I got remote messages.
I'm like, Diane, follow this energy trail. Feel this, and I zipped her right over to this. So yes, I was very fortunate to meet a lovely woman from Canada and a crystal skull that's named Amar. And it is very powerful energy. And that was when I was out in Mount Shasta, and it was part of this group that had gathered out there, a group of elders that were specifically to do some real earth energy healings as part of a grandson reunion. And then I was also able to spend time with a Mayan crystal skull, a female energy, and she was beautiful as well. And it was just a really profound opportunity to be able to spend time with each of them. And it's funny because I have this incredible statue of a head that's like this big in the other room. And after I got back, it was like chatting with me a lot more. It's like, excuse me, you're talking to strangers, but you're really not spending time talking with me.
It's amazing. It is amazing. And it's, it's not the crystal. I mean, it's the crystal. I don't know how to explain this. I might not even explain it correctly. But it's an energy, it's a being that's actually
it's the
inside.
Frequency, yes.
And so it's a frequency, absolutely.
It's a consciousness. It's a living consciousness that's within a frequency that is specifically connected within that crystal. They do not have to stay in that crystal forever. That consciousness and that energy can transfer into another type of an energy at a different point in time. And the other thing is that you can actually connect with those different consciousnesses and have communication, and you can visit. You can psychically go and visit inside of your crystal to be able to meet the consciousness and to get information, which is super cool. I've got a workshop coming up on that.
Well, I do that, and it's super cool.
It's super cool.
It's super cool. I love doing it. And really, when I first started doing that, a friend of mine, when I had the shop, he has many crystal skulls. I brought a bunch of skulls, and this one skull started talking to me, and I might have talked about that before. And I was like, "What?" Okay. And then I was just having this whole conversation. I pick up this crystal, this big skull, and I'm just having this whole conversation with this skull, and I didn't even realize that people around me were really looking at me while I'm talking to this skull. And of course, they can't hear it. Only I'm hearing what the skull is talking.
They're hearing the one side.
Yes.
The Diane side.
I will say they will worry for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes. But that was a great conversation. It's the first time that I really connected to a crystal skull and had a conversation. But I've connected to other crystals before. But when Judy was going to go see that skull that day, I actually spoke with him also. So that's pretty cool.
I know, that was super cool.
So
Yeah.
now, I bought that big crystal from Delphi, right?
Yep.
So I bought this big crystal. It weighs 22 pounds.
Ah.
I weighed it. It's 22 pounds. It looks like a gigantic bowling ball. It's a big sphere, right? And it's part petrified wood and crystal on the other side. It's crystallized pressed on one side and petrified wood on the other. It's very, very cool. But so I've been trying to connect to its energy. Also, I get in the middle of my kitchen table, and it's been there since I come home. And it's so big, you can't even move it. You would think 22 pounds was like, but it's really rock heavy.
Well, it's a rock.
It's really rock, but it has the energy part of it's like twofold. One part of the energy is like the rock people.
Okay. And then you've also got
I also got the
plant
crystal.
angel.
Yeah, so I got earth, rock, and crystal all in one.
Well, you've got tree as well, because
Yeah.
they're showing me. They're like, don't forget me. I
Yes,
do a lot
and
of
the
grounding
tree.
as well.
Well, that's
tree
the earth energy for me.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's the coolest thing ever. Maybe one time I'll bring it over and we'll video with it. But I was like, oh, this thing is amazing. And I've been looking at it for years. Every time I go to Delphi, this crystal is there. And so I've been dating it for a long time.
And now he came home. Shit, that's
and
it.
I was very fortunate enough.
She popped the question, she asked, and it came home.
How much?
And there's a new relationship now.
Thinking I was never going to own this thing because it was way out of my price range. And
Spirit guided it to come to be, because that's exactly the way it was supposed to be.
Amazing. I'm grateful. I'm very, very, very grateful. But I love it. And it's just beautiful. And it is in the middle of my kitchen table. I unpacked her. Okay, so it's a her. But I also got male energy, so.
I feel like it's more of a yin yang, because one is one and one is the other, but that's all right.
It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And it's just there. And if you cracked it open, it's definitely a geode inside.
Mm-hmm.
But on the move, because we put it in a box, I should have really put it in a little wrapping paper, but it does have a tiny crack in it. And I'm like, don't open, stay closed.
Ooh.
So it did do a little, and I'm like, no.
Oh, it might have been there.
Maybe.
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing it.
I don't know. Anyway.
But every time you look at it, there's something else in it.
There's always going to change. Yeah.
Changes every time. But that's super cool. I love it.
Well, another thing that was really interesting about our adventure is that both Diane and I were really working with a lot of dragon energy recently.
Yeah.
This is, again, the year of the wood dragon.
Yeah.
There's just been such incredible energy, and just energy externally anyway. But really being able to integrate that dragon energy internally has been so powerful, because it's been more of I'm going to call it a quiet confidence. That has really integrated in with a greater presence of being able to move through life without as many obstacles and challenges. And I think that that's what all of us, and we all have that capability of tapping in with our own dragons, and our dragon energy is affiliated with the angels. So it is that next level of that angel, and when you need to have that fortitude that's going to help push things through for a greater strength, a greater determination, a greater understanding, just a betterment of yourself. And not that you're usurping your power over somebody else's, but you're really stepping into and holding your own energy and your own power and space as well.
The angelic, both the energies, the angelic and the dragon energy, now for my healing work is just,
I know,
lovely.
It's right there.
I would say it's lovely.
Yeah.
To work with those energies to do the healing is amazing.
Because again, the dragon energy is pulling out the earth stuff. It's really helping to release those earthly challenges that we have gone through, those emotions, those traumatic events, those whatever has impacted and scarred us. And so the dragon energy really helps you to let go of it. The angelic energy will lift you out of it, but the dragon energy helps to release it from you and to move it back to transmute it through Mother Earth, which is just a beautiful energy to work with. So
I love it. Yeah, I love doing it. Yeah. I love it.
I want to channel for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't even know who or what is coming in, I know that when I went out to Mount Shasta this last time, which was an October surprise, and I had a new integration with Jamar, who's my guide, my Elder Lemurian guide, and I ended up spending days walking across the mountainside. I mean, just a ridiculous elevation, 9,000 feet for 5, 6, 7 hour walking days. And it was so profound and so wonderful. And Jamar was really working with me in a different capacity because it was time for me to go through another upgrade, which I think that all of you are recognizing that you're each going through these different, upgrades with all of these incredible solar flares that are going on, the vibrations, and the more challenges that we're facing, the more solutions we are creating so that we can elevate to that next space of integration. Yeah. So that's what's super exciting. So I'm not sure all of what we're going to talk about, but I'm going to go check out. But I don't have to close my eyes when Jamar comes in now. So he opens his eyes.
This is something new.
It's something new.
We said earlier, what are we going to talk about? I said, I don't know. Let's just talk.
We'll let them figure it out.
They'll let us know.
Here we go. Baylight here. Hello. I know it's been a while.
It's been a while,
Miss Diane. Dr. Diane. Anyway, Reverend Dr. Big long title.
I know, that's big long title, right?
Big long title. But congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And I think that that's important for each of you to know that when you are investing in education, you're investing in yourself. And congratulations to each of you, even for, listening to this podcast here of what's going on, because that is helping you to be able to, first of all, be in this different vibration, which is a higher vibration, which is helping you to be able to feel and to sense and to see things. Mm-hmm. Pay attention around them and look and see what color auras you're feeling and you're feeling, seeing, sensing, recognizing. Mm-hmm. You may also see different wisps of energy, and you may recognize the lights that blink and things like that. There's a lot of different energetic interference, which is allowing each of you to be able to recognize different capacities and concepts within yourselves. When you're in the midst of this trance work, you might even be able to see the different beings that are being emitted electronically. Maybe you can see what I look like, right? Maybe. Anyway, maybe so. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Jamar because he's right here and he wants to go ahead and spend a few minutes chatting and just letting people know about some of the different shifts that are going on in the world, and so that people have a better understanding and awareness. So one moment, please. Here we go. Jamar. Good day. Yes. Hello.
Good to see you.
Oh, isn't it a delight? It has been a few minutes. I am excited to be able to come before everyone today. There's a lot of energy and there's a lot of information that is taking place. You are now in the ending process of the year 2024. This has been a culmination of many different new energies and new pursuits, new awareness and new awakening. One of the things that we are so excited, and I'm using the term we because I'm talking in regards to the collective, because I am working alongside of many different energies and sources of benevolent beings of love and light that are all here supporting humanity, and to ensure that it is in your highest, best interest and your evolutionary process is moving forward. We do not want anything to stagnate. And so it's about allowing for that awareness of information, but that flow to be able to continue to carry those through, even in the midst of great transition and trials. Now, I also want to very specifically talk about you each are having new levels of awareness, and I want you to be mindful of your environment, because the veil is becoming so much thinner for each of you to be able to recognize and to have access to, of a much easier capacity and capability. Now, it depends upon what energy frequency your vibration is operating on as to what your accessibility is. Do you understand what I say when I say that? You may be working with other high frequency beings, such as the two of you are higher frequency beings, and you can interrelate, you can psychically connect, telepathically have communications, and you can travel into and through the same vibrations of energy fields. There are others who will come into your circle, your tribe, as you call them. I do like that term as well, who will be able to easily be in that same flow. When you find yourself in these groups of individuals, you are changing the physical environment that all of you then are participating in. And within that, you create a higher vibration and a light frequency that attracts others to be able to come in. You may find yourself recognizing and seeing many galactic visitors.
Yes.
You may be recognizing and seeing different ships or different lights. And or you may just be able to see different vibrations of visitors in the physical environment around you. Not everyone is going to be able to recognize it in the same capacity. There will be some who will be able to see with their eyes, and others really being able to feel with their souls, where others will just know. And others will be hearing the voices. They will be able to articulate the verbiage and the type of communication that is taking place. It's also important for you to know that not all of the verbiage is in the language of what you anticipate and or what you currently speak. But you will be able to recognize that vibration of that language through the light frequency and the sound tones. You will be able to interpret that truth and that meaning within the cellular level of the soul of you. You will feel that comfort. You will recognize that homeness, that oneness, that clarity and that cognition of that connection of oneness with, for a greater good of, for a greater good of you, and for a greater good with you. Because it has to be part of that collaboration of each of you being guided into a greater resonance and essence. I want to assure you that as I'm speaking about these galactic visitors, most all of them, and I'm going to use that term very generally, most all of them are benevolent. They truly want what is best for Earth. They truly, because if something happens to Earth and it is harmed, it is not only affecting the human race. There are many different cultures that reside within the same physical location, but perhaps within the different spheres or planes and or energy fields along with the timelines as well. And I know you're following because I can see you running along the trail of communication. So I love that I can say the words and off she goes. It's like throwing the bone for the dog to catch. Go catch! And she runs after it. And I say that with the greatest of love because that's one of the things that we're truly trying to do. We are trying to toss you great wisdom and insight that's coming in so many different factions and different ways for each of you to be able to have access to, because you're so individualized that you truly need to be able to recognize it in a cognitive fashion that resonates with you, for you to be able to understand it, to integrate, and to be able to follow too, so that you can bring that wisdom back into yourself as well. You understand.
I understand.
I know you understand, and they understand as well, because they recognize. Now, I must say, I'm very excited that she's going to be bringing groups to Mount Shasta in July. And there are huge opportunities, I think is a better term to use, because this is an opportunity for those who truly are looking to expand themselves and to integrate and to upgrade into different factions of their own capacity, who will be really called to journey to these places to be able to work with the energies of the land, because that's what all of this is. You're being called across the world, and you're being called psychically to travel during nighttime hours to be able to visit and to connect with the energetic vibrations and frequencies that are essential for your evolution.
Yes.
Your personal evolution and your personal development that is supporting the evolution of all of those around you as well. By you moving into that soul evolutionary process, you are vibrationally changing the environment for everyone else around you. So by choosing to, and I say that term very clearly, by choosing to allow yourself to work on yourself and to grow yourself, you are thereby benefiting all of humanity. That is a profound statement.
Truth.
For each of you to know and to recognize.
Truth.
It is truth. There are so many different and wonderful facets that are taking place. And yes, there are new energies that are shifting. It is important, as you are moving through this great transformational time, to be able to spend time concentrating and feeling and recognizing soul truth in self. Because there's a facade that is everywhere around the earth. And you are each being brought into new levels of awareness so that you can open yourselves to be able to reflect upon, so that you can rationalize and have a greater understanding of what is real and how you choose to act. That creates the reality that you live in. How you choose to react and act creates the reality that you live in. So be mindful of your thoughts. Be responsible with your actions. Regard the words and the tones that are being emitted from the soul of self. Choose to share those moments of joy and abundance and bliss, and watch that instantaneously be fed back to you. Incredible opportunities come into play when one goes forth with that peace and that joy. I'm going to share a story. Can I share a story?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to share a story with the one before you.
Yay.
I'm going to share her business. She's working with her mother. Her mother has moved into assisted living, doing very well, but needing to move through some of the paperwork processes and legalities. And So this morning she went and she received a random phone call yesterday. And it was initiated, I want to tell you. It was initiated because she had not had the time to follow up. And then, lo and behold, an appointment opened for first thing in the morning.
Mhm.
She got the appointment first thing in the morning and knew she needed to speak with an attorney. Well, the attorney did not have time for 30 days to speak with her, but it was of the most urgent option. But the woman that she spoke to on the phone talked to her supervisor and says, "This is a lovely lady. She's delightful to speak to. Do you think you could fit her in today?" And because of the joyfulness and the jubilation that she played with the other person, it opened the door for her to have an opportunity and to move the appointment 30 days in advance so that she received the information that she needed to have in the timely manner of it. Not that she could have done the telephone call very differently. But I have to, and the poor me, and the crying, and all of that, all the anger and the frustration. But because of the jubilation and the joy and the gratitude, it opened doors and attracted solutions. So see, that is just an earthly example of how you truly can make changes come into fruition into your lifetime as you so need it to. And it doesn't matter what is happening politically across the world. We understand there is great change that is taking place, but what you are seeing is not all the real of what truly is being portrayed. There is much falsehood, and there are many other agendas that are taking place. But we do know what the truth is. And we are imparting that truth within the vibrations and the tones that are specifically being portrayed into the earth and into that collective consciousness so that each of you have access to that wisdom. You have direct access and insight if you can learn how to connect. And if you do not know how to connect, there are many who will help you, such as these two as well, but there are many who can help you to learn how to, because this is about each of you choosing to empower yourself so that you are the power who can choose for yourself. You understand? Very, very good. Do you have any questions for me, Reverend Diane? Reverend Dr. Diane.
I'm gonna get used to that.
I know. It makes you giggle because it feels uncomfortable, because you feel like you're almost bragging. But this is a huge accomplishment because you chose to work on what you knew in your heart.
Yes.
You are a metaphysician doctor. You are a reverend who provides that healing energy to each and every soul that you work with and alongside. And so you have earned the right to have a title so that others can see that very easily and quickly by looking at your name tag and not even having to go through the process of reading a whole biography or doing detailed research on you. Not that they don't see it when they look upon you, because they see your beautiful heart and that loving light that is all around you as well. Anyway, I wanted to come in just to spend a few minutes to talk about the turmoil that is taking place, the energetic shifts that are happening. And I want to remind all of you that you're moving now into the holiday seasons, which is even more anxiousness and nervousness. But this is truly a time of reflection, and this is a time of celebration. Taking that time to celebrate the gratitude of having families, of having friends, of being a part of a bigger community who you are helping to share wisdom and light with, so that each have access to a greater understanding, and for them to know they're not alone, that they are home. They're part of a whole community of love beings that are there for them to expand and to grow into. And we are all working unilaterally to be able to help hold the energy for each of you to be able to evolve and to be in that space of love and grace. So I think that is good for me for today.
Good.
Many
Thank you.
blessings
Thank you
to
very
each
much.
of you. Many
Thank you.
blessings.
See you again. That was exciting, huh?
I have one more.
Oh, yay. Okay.
We have one
Let's do
more.
it. Let's do it.
We have one more. We have Archangel Michael just wants to come in for a quick minute. So one moment, please.
I love it.
Archangel Michael here. That's right. Hello.
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 Hello,
Hello.
buddy. Buddy.
Anyway, I wanted to come in for just a moment, just again to confirm and affirm what Jamal has spoken of. Because this is a profound time of transition and transformation. But I am bestowing my wheel of white light, my sword of oneness of truth into and through the hearts of each of you, for you to have a greater awareness, for you to have a greater clarity, for you to have a greater strength, and for you to be able to persevere into how you are feeling and knowing and understanding that resonance of self. So know that when you find yourself battling fear and challenges, that you allow yourself to really move into a greater resonance of confidence as you call upon us to walk alongside and to provide that truth, to provide that strength, to provide that tenaciousness that allows you to carry forth as you are designed to. Remember, it is not always about saying you will never have fear. Fear is real. Fear is part of humanity. But what makes the mighty person an incredible warrior is choosing to step into the fear with a greater faith of knowingness that what you are pursuing is for the best of you and humanity too.
Mm-hmm.
So recognize that, ask for that wisdom, and step into that space of oneness and knowingness.
Yes.
Very good. Any
Yeah.
questions for me, young one?
Oh, I always have a lot of questions for you. What would be a best way to have someone who is stepping into this new space now? What can they do for themselves to make it a little bit easier, or a practice that they can use to help them along the way?
That's a great question. And we have so many that are awakening, and they're just trying to understand, what do all these words mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what does this feel like? And why am I seeing or sensing and all of this? The first thing I'm going to recognize and I'm going to encourage everyone is to be able to ground themselves. With all of these energies, it's important for you to know that you're okay. So a great way to ground yourself is to go outside and take off your shoes, and then you can just draw that sunlight in through the top of your head, and or moonlight, it matters not, and then just allow it to wash through you, and then to swish it out your hands and out the bottoms of your feet, and feel those roots grow out the bottoms of your feet, so that you are then anchored in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the first thing. People are feeling so pushed by all of these energies, they don't know what is theirs and what isn't. Another wonderful tool is meditation, because that is how you are able to learn to hear. You are praying, you are asking, but when you meditate, you allow space to hear. And it's so essential and so important for each of you to be able to learn to build these relationships with your guides, with your angels, with your guardians, with your spirits that are there to support you and to help hold the energy alongside of you. But if you're not able to recognize their energies, if you're not able to recognize that vibration of who they are, then oftentimes you feel very alone in the situation. And you're not alone at all, but you have to be able to recognize the presence of them, and then to be able to understand how that communication is moving forward and how to integrate that information into a level of understanding and then action steps items by yourself as well. Does that make sense? Would that be a good way to start?
Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Anything else for a quick tidbit?
Well, I think that's good for now.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It was an honor. And remember, this is Archangel Michael, and you may call on me at any time. I am known to be holding a shield of protection and wielding the sword of light and truth. And you have access to all each and every day. Many blessings, my precious one. Many blessings to thee. Baylot here. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bringing myself back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Archangel Michael. I always love hearing from him. My buddy.
That makes sense that he came in first thing. There's a lot of changes that are happening. So fabulous. Good.
And it's good to know that we have that spiritual person there that's always guiding and protecting us, you know. And not only Archangel Michael, we have many others that do, and of course, you know, the divine source, which you are part of.
Yes.
So yeah, that's always there for you.
Draw a card, Miss Diane. What are we going to find out about? What are we doing? What do we want to know? What do we want to know?
Actually, I brought the angel deck. I think we might have done this one before, but
it's all right. They're always good. Yeah. So what are we going to ask the question? What's the question?
Well, let's see. Let me see. I brought actually two. I bought a crystal ball deck. Let me show you the card box on this one. This is really about, this is a great little, it's a tiny deck. It's always in my purse now. She's got
a big bag. I'm just saying, she's got a big bag. Yeah, we always run around with crystals in our bags, packs of decks.
There'll always be decks in my car. If you say, yeah, I got a deck, there's always a deck.
What's it? What was it? Let's make a deal. What's in your bag?
What's in your bag? It should be a metaphysical, let's make a deal, because that's what's in there, really. You'll find sage, you'll find
Palo Santo.
Yeah.
We've got many different crystals. Yeah.
We don't forget the Florida water.
I don't have Florida water in mine. No, but I've got...
mine's in the car right now, because I took it out. I have Florida water, I have rose oil.
Rose oil, yeah, that's essential things that you cannot leave home without.
I'll leave home without. At least the Florida water, you never know when you might need it.
The Palo Santo or sage, some type of a clearer. I
don't care. And you can get it you can make your own, by the way. You know, you can make your own spray, like, you know. It's really, you know, just use the herbs with some water and put some alcohol in there. So either, not rubbing alcohol, because that kind of smells funny. But if you can put vodka in there, that really works.
Well then, that's not something I've ever done with vodka before.
So don't drink the vodka. You can spray it on yourself. Just a little bit, just a little smidge in there, because it keeps the water, like when you put,
from going bad. Yeah. You don't want to put water to
some people use
witch hazel.
Witch hazel, that's the word
I was going to say, that's what I'm getting. The bottle showed up in my head. So
it was in your head because it was in my head. I
had to read the title.
So there you go. It was in my head. And I always have witch hazel available.
All right. So what's the question?
What's the question? Let's see.
Going into next year, right? Are we asking about that? What's coming up for the next month?
All right, let's see who wants to come out.
What's coming up for the next month?
Angel is going to come out.
And what they got to say. Can I pick?
You pick. Okay, you pick.
Okay. I pick at this one.
Uriel. Let me show you the card. Without the light here. There you go. Hang on. It's the light behind us. There we go.
Very nice card.
Okay. Archangel Uriel. I'm going to read the card and I'm going to tell you what message I get from him. It's learning experience. Take time to review, study, and hone your knowledge before proceeding further. And that's exactly what we've been talking about the whole show pretty much. But this is really about taking time for yourself. And we were talking about school, we're talking about all the things that we've been learning over this time, but this is also you stepping into you. Who are you and who do you want to be? And we have these choices, and this is the life plan. So throughout our lifetime, we make many different life plans, but this is about really stepping into the life plan that you want.
Choosing with a forethought about what you want and taking the action steps to move into it.
Right. So taking that time to go within self. So the meditation part, both of Archangel Michael and Jamar talked about the meditation part of it and going within self. So go within self and take the time to do your breath work, clear your mind, start to connect to your higher self, to your guides, your angels, and the people that you are working with. But talk to the higher self and ask the higher self, what does it want? Talk to the soul self, feel your soul self. Okay, what do I want in my life? What makes me happy? What brings me joy? What brings me love? Have kindness for yourself. Allow yourself to receive.
So many people spend their life doing and fixing for everybody else because they're too afraid to look at themselves and to even know what they may like or want. And so we are challenging you.
Yes.
We're throwing down the gauntlet. We are challenging you
today, right here and now.
To what do you like? What brings you joy?
Yes.
What makes you laugh? What makes you be happy? What sparks that resonance within you that inspires you for anything else too?
And I want you to remove the thought of, do I deserve this? I want you to remove the thought of judgment for self, because you absolutely are this beautiful light being, divinely brought onto this planet, into this body with your soul, connected to the divine, this beautiful being of unconditional love. So love yourself unconditionally.
And give yourself permission to not be perfect.
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect. You just have to go try it and see if you like it, to feel it, to even know if you can. But if you don't ever even try it, you will never know.
Exactly. There's no rule books.
No.
It's your life. It's your body. It's your soul. You do with it what you want to do with it. And giving it some joy and love is a great place to start. And gratitude. Gratitude is such a big thing. I'm working at the Unity Church now, a couple of days a week.
Which that's a new.
And I love it. So each week, the minister there, she has a different topic. This week's topic is absolutely gratitude.
Well, there you go. Well, we're coming into Thanksgiving. It makes sense.
And and so she's got these beautiful affirmations every week. She has these beautiful affirmations. But I want to tell you, and every week I get a lesson. I think it was the week before last was about the soul self. So every week I'm getting a message, not anyone really knowing that I'm getting messages out of all this. And I'm her right-hand girl, so I prepare all the stuff for her service on Sunday. But I'm getting so many messages from that, and I'm growing through that, which is lovely, which I love, and I'm so grateful for. And that's the gratitude, right? But and this is about having that for yourself too,
And again, Miss Diane wasn't looking for this job.
No.
This was another thing that Spirit just kind of like said, no. She's like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, why? And Spirit's like, here, and I'm going to introduce you. And everything buzzed, and the electric bells went off, and the whistles rang, and it was like, oh, I'm supposed to. Okay, yes. I'll figure out what that's about then.
Exactly. So when I got offered the position, I was like, nah, I'm not going to go. I had to go for an interview the next day. And it kept pushing so quickly, so fast. Like I got a call on Monday. On Thursday, I was in there having an appointment for an interview. And on Wednesday, I'm saying to myself, I'm not going. What am I going to do with this? I don't even know what I'm going to do. I have no idea. The week before, I was telling Spirit, I really need a little guidance. I'm not quite sure what path I want to be on. What am I doing with all this? Okay, so now I got this certificate, and I got these things going on, and I don't know what I'm going to do with self. And then this comes up, so I'm saying no, I'm not going to go. And then I hear Spirit saying to me, "Just show up, Diane." They really sometimes, I overwhelm them. I really think that, but that's not true. You can't be they can't be overwhelmed by our craziness.
But they laugh at us.
They
laugh at us for sure. We are humorous.
It's joy.
Oh yeah, they're not picking at us. No. They're just like, man, that one there.
Just show up, Diane. I kept hearing that. I'm walking around my house doing things, but just show up, Diane. And so I showed up, and I just hit it off with the minister and the staff and the person that trained me. Our life kind of mirrored each other, work life. So it's like, okay, we get along, and so here I am. I'm working there, and I'm loving it. So let's pick another card. Ooh,
okay.
You read it. Go ahead. You read it. You show it.
Azrael Transcendence. You wouldn't be who you are without what you have overcome. Own your story.
There you go.
Look at that.
Oh, he's in the circle of life.
He's in the circle
of life.
Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
And that's exactly what we're talking about now, right? Talking about my experience.
Yeah.
And then you heard was it Michael? I don't think it was Michael that said it. I'll have to rewind and check. No. For me to step in and own my title, to own myself.
Jamar.
Yeah, Jamar. Thank you, Jamar.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's lots of words in there. I'm
Yes.
gonna pick one.
Go ahead, pick one.
That's Judy sound. Raziel.
Oh, look at you did well with that.
Yeah. Turn the card. Okay. So, whoa, it's a jumper. The inner workings. There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deeper.
Boy, if that isn't true. And everybody.
Look at that card. Look at his eyes.
I was going to say, we are digging deep. People are digging into all kinds of trauma, drama, stress. And it's really important for all of you to really recognize and be patient with yourself.
Yes.
That this is where we are at this time, and to be more flexible and to be more loving with yourself. Because it's not about having to do it perfect. It's about showing up. Exactly. And doing the best that you can with where you are and what's going on.
And that's fine. And there's no race. There's no race. Just do it at your own time and your own pace, you know? And if this week you're not feeling it, that's okay. Take a break. It's okay. It's okay to go at your own pace. So, but keep moving.
Keep moving and have faith to keep moving, and step out of yourself. Oh, good. We're going to do a crystal ball one.
Oh, crystal ball.
What's the crystal ball for?
Well, we need a question.
Okay.
You come up with it.
Okay. Well, I think that it's important for people to, what's the next step for each of us? What's the next step for each of us?
Well, it's a yes or no.
Oh, it's a yes or no? I forgot about that. Okay, the answer is yes. Go out and do and be. That's all I gotta say. That's it. I answered the question. What's the point? Okay.
Just come over and tell them right now.
I just want to ask you the question. You're fired. A yes or a no?
No, yes or no.
Okay, a yes or a no?
Blank. Her brain is blank. I'm gonna tell you.
You're in there, and
it's like, okay, all right, I'm gonna step out.
You better step out and come up with a question, because I got nothing that's yes or no.
All right.
Should we all do something wild and different next year? Yes. It's the dog.
It's
the
the
dog
dog.
came
But
around
I
the
seen
corner.
a cat come out with the dog. So
I don't
I
have
seen
a cat.
I
Oh,
seen
well.
the cat, and then I seen the dog.
I don't have a cat.
Okay. Well, cat spirit came. Cat spirit came.
My house is so full of
Okay.
spirits.
Let's see. I don't want to do a New Year prediction with the cards because that's
No.
kind of poopy.
What's
No
up,
one into
please?
it.
What's up?
Let's see. Yes or no? I'll tell you what. You guys think of a question.
I love
It's a
that.
yes or no question. Whatever that might be. Of course, I can't know, but I can give you the answer. How's that? So think of a question, yes or no. Okay? And then I'm going to pick a card and I'm going to read the answer. So give a second, clear your mind, think of a question.
This is a good
Okay.
idea.
I like this. And I'm going to go with this card right here. And it says, listen to your intuition. I love it. Okay. Let me see. Come on, Diane, get it up there.
So how is that a yes or no?
Well, they already, because how it is,
They already know.
They already know the answer.
Yeah.
You already know the answer, so trust yourself. That's about trusting what you already know within self. So instead of should I, you already know the answer, but you're saying, but should I?
Trust the answer.
Trust the answer. The first thought, the first feeling you got, your intuitive self, that's it. That's the answer. And I kind of feel like it's a yes. So someone's got a yes out there.
Probably half of them.
Oh gosh. You know it. You already know it. So whatever that you're looking for the answer for, you already know the answer to.
And again, that intuition is such a fun thing because you feel it. It's not just
you know what happens? I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
but you know what happens is once you start trusting in your intuition, and things start coming to you just like you just know it. The knowing becomes
it's
so
faster.
quicker. You don't even have to stop to ask the question. It's the first thought. It was inside, and then the answer is coming. Someone asked me a question the other day. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
I don't know.
She asked me the question yesterday. You do now.
Probably people ask you questions every day.
Someone asked me a particular question, a spiritual question the other day. Yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. I'm sorry. Don't let me confuse you. And I just blurted out whatever. I called you. I said to you, Judy, I just blurted this out. And it's personal to someone, so I don't want to share their thing. But it just blurted out of my mouth. I didn't even have to think about it. I hadn't stopped to ask. I didn't do a breath. I didn't have to do anything. I just said, woo. And then today she came in to see me again, and she says, you're not going to believe it. Look at this. And it was exactly what I said it was going to be.
I know. I love that. I love that.
So, yes.
I love that when we get our confirmation,
So it's just,
affirmation.
I always
come back.
trust and believe in what I'm receiving. I don't question it. If it doesn't make sense to you at the moment, it will later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes I just have to rewire it, rearrange it how I'm seeing it. Because sometimes I'm seeing it. It's a photo. It's a picture in my head, a movie going on, or it's a knowing, a feeling. Sometimes I smell it. Sometimes I hear it. It all depends. It just depends. And I don't ask. I just go with whatever I get.
There you go.
I just don't pick and choose how I want to receive it. I just say, all right, however it's going to come, it's going to come.
And then you just go ahead and trust it and then step out in it. You don't have to go ahead and,
analyze it. Do not analyze it.
Yeah, just kind of trust it and step out with it, and the more that you practice it, the stronger your feelings are going to get about it. So
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
100%. Well, my dear, I guess we've kind of been around and about, and I guess we're going to go ahead and move into that closing part, probably.
I guess
right?
so. I'm sure.
What else you got going on? So let them know how they can find you. Yep.
Oh, well, you can find me on my website, which is angeloraboutique.com. You can Google me. I'm in Google. I am in Google. A lot of you know me, so you know me, and you can reach out to me at any time. I'm going to be in Casadega next weekend with Judy doing our little thing. I don't have too much coming up for the rest of the year. Some parties here and there, I think they're coming.
But that's an opportunity if anybody wants to do a party.
I love parties.
Holiday parties. I know the holiday
so
parties. If you want to bring in psychics, you can bring both of us in.
Yes.
You can bring one of us in, whichever.
Yeah, both of us together at a party, we're a riot.
Oh, it's a good time. That's a good party.
And you can do a circle with a group, or you can do individual readings. We do that.
Yep.
As a party thing, which is fun. I just love it. I did a couple of parties this past couple of months, and I had so much fun.
I know.
I have fun at the readings because you never know what's going to happen.
Oh no,
you never know what's going to happen, and sometimes it's like, Judy, you're not even going to believe this, but yeah, it's like whoa. But I do love that. So if you would like to reach out to the both of us and have us both do something with you, we would love that.
Oh, that would be so fun.
And beside our readings and stuff like that, we do healing work.
Yep. We do all kinds of work.
Healing.
Yep. Energizations now, and then
oh my gosh,
energizations
are amazing. And the what's the other one?
Reflective
the
healing.
Reflective healing. Working with the etheric body. Whoa.
It's replacing body parts. You have to do it 3 days in a row though. So this is something that we have to work on for several days. But it's incredible, powerful healing energy that will change out body parts, which is profound, profound.
You think it's not real? It is real, my dear.
It is so real.
I'll fix somebody's pancake.
I gave her new eyes. Yes. And you gave me a new intestine. It's working really well, by the way.
Very good. It's a whole lot of fun. Then I'm going to start the end of January, probably end of January, beginning of February with the holistic healing workshop.
Oh, fabulous. Wonderful.
So,
good.
And that's what Judy talked about earlier, where we're going to do just 4 people. So we'll both be offering that. I'm sure Judy in her way. So so that it's a commitment. It's a commitment to that, and you have to commit. It's about 3 months.
Ready. You're really ready, because we can only work with 4 people, so it's a very small number. But this is really imparting our life learning lessons to those chosen few. But those chosen few have to really want it, because
you have to commit it. It's a commitment to self to do this.
Yeah,
it's a really big deal. I'm so excited to be teaching this. It's not only teaching. You're not only going to be learning things. You're going to learn about yourself. Mm-hmm. How to
really heal yourself.
Yes, and
really heal yourself to that soul limit, so that you really can be the best you've ever imagined. And you will be amazed, because you're going to physically heal aspects of your body as well.
Right.
As you're healing the soul part of you, it just replicates into the physical body as well. Yeah.
And this work would be working with you in a group and also one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also receive personal healing work yourself. So it's really a great program. So check out, I'll have it up on my website soon. And I'll be getting that for the new year. So that's really, I'm going to be focusing on that right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the Unity work. If you want to see me at Unity Daytona Beach on Ridgewood.
In Holly Hill.
So I'm there Tuesday through Thursday, but Sunday service is at 11.
Okay.
And praying is at 10:30. So
and
I'm coming praying.
And I'm going to be starting at the Gathering House in Flagler Beach. So that is a new center that is just opened up, and it's right on Moody in Flagler Beach. Excited to do that. And so I will be there on the 5th, on Thursday, the 5th of December. And that will be a once a month series that I'm going to be doing. It's Awakening Soul. So I'm excited about starting that, because that's for people going through that awakening process. Also in January, I'm going to start a new 7-week series, which is a collective consciousness. So tapping into the collective consciousness, or step into whatever, that's going to be really good too. So we've got a lot of wonderful work that's coming up. And again, another journey that's going to be off to Sedona. So excited.
Who knows? Many new things in the new year, which I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to.
Oh, and I've still got some room. I have 2 more slots left for Peru. So only 2 slots left though. If anybody wants to join me in March for Peru, and then July is going to be Mount Shasta.
Right.
So.
And so they can find you on your
Oh, they can
website.
find me on JudiWeaver.com.
Yes.
So
Hey, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, because we love you for that. Or follow us on Facebook.
Follow us on Facebook.
And this will get linked to our Facebook pages.
Yeah.
You'll get to see that also. And what else is happening?
I think that's it.
That's
I
about
think
it
we're
right
good.
now.
Well, we want to
It's
wish
good.
everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
We want to,
Thanksgiving.
for you and your family and a holiday season, we'll try to get on one more before Christmas. But we're busy and you're busy, and so maybe you'll catch us. Hopefully you can. And we are just so grateful that you choose to continue to follow us.
Yes.
So sorry about the delay, but we didn't forget you. We just kind of,
We love you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
We miss our regular spirit circle together.
I know.
I miss the spirit circle.
I know. That's a
I
fun
love
thing
spirit
too.
circle. Maybe at some point in time we'll do that again somewhere else, but
Maybe we end up doing electronic spirit circle.
oh, I love that too.
Yeah, we
Ooh,
could have
let's do
people
it.
sign in. We could do that. We could set it up and then do something, and that we could do an electric drop and spirit circle.
I like
We
it.
can do that. We can
do
do
it.
anything. We can.
And you can do anything. You can do
Let
it.
us know what you
Yes.
want. So there you go.
Give us feedback. We love you.
All right. Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.